Oh, we ain't even get the Meg twerking for the Dems.
Was it twerking, really? It was just dancing.
I hired Mel for this. I'm shutting up.
Yeah.
People already think I can't give an objective Meg take, so I'd like to rely on the cast for this one.
We let a woman.
Phone a friend.
Yep.
What's wrong with Meg twerking for the Dems?
Yeah, they had Hulk Hogan ripping his shirt off
Yeah,
for the
I
mean-
pubs.
What's the problem?
I don't know what the problem
I'm actually
is.
on her side in this one.
Yeah. You're hiring Meg, you kind of know what you're getting. You do. You know her catalog of music. You know what she's going to get up there and sing. You know how she dances to that music. Where's the shock and awe here?
And not just that, you know who she's bringing.
Exactly.
Like, this is marketing. That's all this is.
Yes.
So we need to say, all right, well, let's hit this demo. So let's go get somebody that resonates with that demo
This is
so
a
that
campaign.
they pay attention.
They pander. Why is everybody fucking shocked? It's fake outrage. It's fucking stupid.
Because the Democratic Party naturally feels like they're more intelligent than most. That's why it's hard to get to the top, because we judge each other and everything is so critical. Meanwhile, the Republicans don't give a fuck what you do. Hulk Hogan rip his show open and say the N-word. They'd be like, we still vote for him. You know, like it's just different. It's just different world. So the Dems got to stop being so critical on themselves if they want to really like impact. That's what I would say. And the only thing I would say is that I love that she did Megan. I just wish that an artist from Atlanta was performing too, just as an Atlanta guy. That's it.
Well, Quavo was there.
I know, but I performing. That was I think Lotto would have been a good choice for Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? Like telling people in Atlanta to go vote rather than someone from Houston. They should have did that in Houston, but it might have been scheduling. That's my only thing. But you gotta stop pandering to people, man, or be okay with it. Motherfuckers gonna have something to say on the Democratic Party no matter what you do. So
I'm with you on the pandering tip. As much as I fuck with Kamala, I'm tired of the sayings. I'm tired of the cliches. I'm tired of, or as my brother Quavo would say, walk it like I talk it.
But, I mean, come on. They've been doing this shit every election for the last how many years, dog?
Come on, Dems. Come on, Dems.
Like, this ain't new. This is the script. Every election. This is the script.
The last Democrat that did it right was
cliches, man.
Obama. It wasn't none of that. It was just giving good speeches, telling people who he was.
He threw a
and
little
that
couple
was it.
whole bars in there.
Towards the end, when he knew he was going to win.
Yeah.
And had enough charm to pull it off.
That's what I'm saying. He
That's
had
the
charm.
Obama was
That's
one
the
of the
problem.
more
That's the real
charming
issue.
personalities
There you go.
we've seen.
Because the presidency is now about
see what you
celebrity.
just said? We've seen.
Obama was charming.
We ain't seen Shorty since we did it, Joe. We have not seen her. So now we don't have any charisma or anything to go on. So yeah, we're gonna start going to get celebrities and pandering and doing all of this type of shit. Because
Obama was a
you
celebrity.
can't exactly.
That's a good way to put it.
Exactly.
He was a celebrity.
He was a celebrity
He was
within
a star,
himself.
yep.
He
Exactly.
knew how to go up there and he had you glued. I
Seduce
wasn't
the
watching
people.
presidential speeches or nothing. When he talked, yeah, I'm listening.
When he said boo, don't boo, vote. Like he just always had an answer, an anecdote that could make the people
That was
get
a
right to the
smooth
point.
brother, boy.
Hell yeah.
Did y'all see Trump at the
I did.
National Association of Black Journalists?
He was on bullshit, boy. From
When is he
minute
not?
one, when he
I heard
sat
about it.
down,
I heard about
When
it.
is
he
he
was
not?
on bullshit.
Oh no, let me turn this off because that's the 34 minutes that I timestamped. Here's some. Oh shit, I timestamped it twice. Here's a shorter one.
News Network.
I want to start by addressing the elephant in the room, sir. A lot of people did not think it was appropriate for you to be here today. You have pushed false claims about some.
Before I continue with this clip, ain't this the same group of people that was kicking my back in for fucking interviewing certain people? Yes. It is. It is.
Yep.
Why'd they do that?
Who did they kick your back in for interviewing?
Candace.
Candace? Okay.
By the way, I love that Candace interview.
I would love to hit him.
I loved it too.
We have to have more conversations.
I thought we needed that discourse. I wanted
We
to meet,
have to,
I wanted
Joe.
to meet the lady and hear her train of thought on certain things.
Yeah,
And they
instead of just
kicked
making
my,
her the enemy because she like they said she the
the
enemy.
only time they acknowledge me being a fucking successful black-owned business is when they want to kick my back in, and then they turn around and have Trump on.
Well, if you, they're getting their back kicked in for even having him on their platform.
See, but in
They're
turn,
receiving a
in
lot
return,
of criticism.
I'm glad that they had him on theirs.
I can see a reason for both sides.
I'll let it
But
play.
yeah.
of your rivals from Nikki Haley to former President Barack Obama, saying that they were not born in the United States, which is not true. You have told 4 congresswomen of color who were American citizens to go back to where they came from. You have used words like animal and rabbit to describe black district attorneys.
First question.
You've attacked black journalists, calling
She had it
them
out for him
losers,
the whole
saying
time.
questions
I like that.
they asked
I like
were
hearing some of that.
stupid and racist. You've had dinner with a white supremacist at your Mar-a-Lago resort.
He was smoking her boots, though.
So my question, sir,
I don't think so. I think he looked
now
horrible.
that you are asking black supporters to vote for you, why should black voters trust you after you have used language like that?
Well, first of all, I don't think I've ever been asked a question so in such a horrible manner. First question. You don't even say, hello, how are you? Are you with ABC? Because I think they're a fake news network.
He got all
Terrible
his Trump shit
network.
off on, I feel like.
And I think it's disgraceful that I came here in good spirit.
Derail. I'm not answering none of your good
I love the black
questions.
population of this country. I've done so much for the black population of this country, including employment, including opportunity zones with Senator Tim Scott of South Carolina, which is one of the greatest programs ever for black workers.
He's totally
and black
ignored her question.
entrepreneurs. I've done so much, and and I say this, historically black colleges and universities were out of money, they were stone cold broke, and I saved them, and I gave them long-term financing, and nobody else was doing it.
Now, I answered
think
your
it's a
question with
very
some
rude
net
introduction.
positives.
I don't know exactly why you would do something like that, and let me go a step further.
And shut
I
up.
was invited here, and I was told my opponent, whether it was Biden or Kamala, I was told my opponent
And this
was
might be a
going to
lie, but it
here.
sounds great.
It turned out my opponent isn't here. You invited me under false pretense.
Let me tell you why I'm
and
here.
then you said you can't do it with Zoom. Well, where's Zoom? She's going to do it with Zoom, and she's not coming. And then you were half an hour late, just so we understand.
Let me tell you about you now.
I expect for you to be late.
Little
They
hot
couldn't
ass.
get their equipment working or something
Mr.
was
President,
wrong.
I would love
I think
if you
it's
could
a
answer the
very
question on
nasty
your rhetoric
question.
and why you
I have
believe that
answered
black
the
voters
question.
should trust you with another
I
4
have
years.
been the best president for the black population since Abraham Lincoln. That's my answer.
Better than President Johnson who signed the Voting Rights
For
Act.
you to start off a question and answer period, especially when you're 35 minutes late because you couldn't get your equipment to work in such a hostile manner, I think it's a disgrace.
Dog.
I gotta go. What?
He was bugging out.
I'd like to hear from Parks. Go ahead, get your shit on. Tell me why you feel like
Well, I feel
he,
like
That
he didn't do the greatest.
I think that going up there and attacking the people that are interviewing you.
She attacked him first.
How is that an attack? That she's a journalist. She asked maybe it wasn't even a hardball question. She basically stated facts within her questioning.
No,
Mel, she came out the gate with a very hard question.
Listen,
It was an
I'll
attack.
be
They only
honest-
had 30 minutes to interview
I'll be
him.
honest
Yeah.
with you, that was the most gangster thing I've ever seen a politician do. To go into a room of people who you know is going to attack you, who you know, like anytime you say I'm good, what you like for him to still go there and stand on his business is what I respect. Because let's be clear, guys. See, this is the problem. I'm sorry, I got to say this. If that was Kamala being interviewed by somebody from Fox News and he led in the same way, everybody had been like, they racist, they this. It's so, if it's like my mom had a famous saying, if it's good for the goose, it's good for the gander. If we're gonna do it, then we can't get mad if they do it. It's just that most politicians would have been like, first of all, let me explain myself. Hey,
Yeah, he
don't
didn't
come
do
at
none
me
of
like
that.
that. I just sat down. I ain't my mama here. You ask me motherfucking questions like motherfucker, if you don't want me here, tell me you don't want me here.
Okay.
And that's what he felt that. He knew they didn't want him there. He knew they didn't like him, and he still answered. And to be honest with you, like, he's changed the world. Trump has changed the world. He's made the presidency more about celebrity than it is about policy and everything else. So now we have to love the person now. We have to, like, Trump has done a lot for, especially the opportunity zone he's done. He's changed laws for that. Like, he's changed a lot of things. So how many niggas could have the balls to sit in a room, a white man sit in a room full of black women in this environment and be like, I did more for y'all than anybody else is able. Like, to me, that was balls. And I think that's what makes his base like him. Because his base likes the fact that he's unafraid to say what needs to be said, not be politically correct.
Let me jump in. You saying that's what makes his base like him. The scary part of this for me is that's what makes our base like him.
Exactly. The gangster shit.
Is that ballsy shit that you talking about. Niggas don't have to know nothing about the policies, but I just went to jail. I'm now in a room full of my ops, handling them with nothing that's important.
Don't care if they boo me or not.
Yeah.
Boo me if you want. I still
It's
done
the
more for
mere
y'all.
fact that I'm here. So, yeah, and all the reports that I've seen after this was like, number one, why did y'all invite him if y'all wasn't prepared enough? Y'all didn't seem prepared enough to make him look like you wanted him to look like. He came out kind of unscathed, and he got a whole bunch of his talking points off and didn't really give answers to none of that shit y'all was looking for. He went in there and had his way with people, and I hope that they prepare a little better in the future for when he accepted Kamala's fucking debate. Yeah, I'll be there.
Yeah.
What they
Added suspense to it.
I don't understand what they haven't learned about him.
Hold on, Ice, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
I'm sorry.
That's the real.
Some of your own supporters, including Republicans on Capitol Hill, have.
And to the point about this young lady's sassiness, I'm not sure her name right now just because
I believe it's Rachel Scott.
Pardon me?
I think it's Rachel Scott.
Rachel Scott.
I think that's who's talking. I can't see.
The difference between, and I watched all 34 minutes of this, the difference between her style of questioning versus the lady that spoke right after her on most instances.
The woman all the way to the other side.
Yeah, exactly.
She was actually a Fox News correspondent.
Yeah,
one
but
that-
she
yeah.
got to the shits with him in a more cordial type manner. And she said that, hey, we've met before. I've traveled with you, so I kind of know
She
a little
disowned
bit of this.
him.
But-
However,
Yes.
yada, 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 yada.
So
versus,
that's why they had her on the
minute.
platform, was because she was from Fox News. So they felt like there would be she would be more disarming to him because she's a familiar face from a network that loves him. You know,
Sat him
so
next to her.
yeah, honestly,
Yeah,
the
word.
seat placement was terrible because they should have had her closer, and then he might not have.
He smoked that part too. You, I can't hear so much. You're so far away. This young lady that they sat right here, unfortunately, I keep hearing every word that she has to say, and I'm trying not to. Like, just in how he was dismissive of shit.
I guess, you know what it is? I think that people are still looking for their politicians to have some level of decorum, and he has none. You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
So we're sitting here and we're talking about the charismatic, superstar that Obama was, and we loved that about him.
Sure.
Trump is the antithesis of Obama, and you can see that when when they had the two. Where Obama was announcing that, what was his name? Osama bin Laden had been murdered.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And so he's talking about it, and he's all diplomatic, and he's using all these really big words, and Trump was like, yeah, we shot the motherfucker, killed him like a dog, and blah, blah, blah. So it's interesting that we view these two people and like them for the exact opposite reasons.
But my thing about it is,
Not we like, but
with Trump,
They entertain us.
are entertained by the
both.
two
That's
very
what-
different
That's the word,
reasons.
entertain.
with Trump, I don't understand how, with his whole previous presidency, watching him speak, how do you not know his style is to come in and command
And disrupt-
the
and
interview?
disrupt.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like, so you got to be prepared for that. Like, it seems like in this interview here, they were not prepared. Trump is not a person that is going
Answers
to
questions
directly answer
directly.
your question. So you got to be prepared for him to basically hijack your interview and go off the rails and get his talking points out. Fuck what you asking. So I don't understand. It looks like people just don't expect that. Like, they don't know that that's coming.
New Joe Budden.